What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fishing with Gramps, presented by American Legacy Fishing Company. Today we're going to do a quick rod and reel overview, one that I just picked up for my son as a gift as he left the Army. We actually picked this up at Dobyns Rods in Sulphur Spring, Texas. As always, when I recommend to newer or returning anglers, I always talk about using a spinning rod if you're not real familiar with bait casters or just looking to get started and trying to keep it a little simpler. Hunter actually prefers spinning rods because, well, all of my boys were raised on spinning rods because we fished out of a kayak, and a lot of times at that lower seat position, it's just easier a lot of times to deal with spinning rods. Makes it nice and easy to skip baits under trees, boat docks, things like that, just to simplify things. So I wanted to get Hunter something a little more quality than what he had, something that has a great warranty, and that's why we went with this Dobyns Fury rod. This is a Dobyns Fury 703 SF. 70 stands for 7 foot. The 3 is the actual power. This actual rod is a medium fast action rod meant for throwing 8 to 17 pound line and baits that weigh from 3/16 up to 5/8 ounces. So perfect rod for him for throwing finesse jigs, Texas rigs, Flukes, Senkos, Spinnerbaits. This is kind of an all-purpose spinning rod for bass fishing. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the Dobyns Fury line of rods and what Gary Dobyns went through to develop this line, I'll drop a link to a video he put out about 5 years ago on this particular line of rods.
You know, this rod took a long time for me to get it to where it is today. I tried various different blanks and various different manufacturers, and for 3 years, I struck out. I finally got this rod right. It's an absolutely awesome rod. It's got Tory material in the blank. It's got Portugal 1A grade cork. It's got a Fuji reel seat. It's got zirconium inserted sea guides. It's a very durable, super strong guide. Everything we do is with balance in mind, because a balanced rod is much more fun to fish with. It's lighter and it's far more sensitive.
Great entry price point around the $100 mark. This line of rods to me is the best bang for the buck rod on the market today.
With the Fury series, we do really extensive testing on our blanks. Once the blank is rolled and ready, we deadlift test with it. And then we go ahead and we assemble everything, and before it's slid into that package tube, after a visual inspection on everything, it's deadlifted the second time. Each rod has to pick up between 5 and 15 pounds depending on the model, just to ensure that, you know, you're getting a good high quality rod with no defects.
Now, one of the greatest things about the Dobyns lines of rod from the Fury line up is their no hassle warranty replacement program.
We still have the limited lifetime warranty. If it's a defect, it's replaced. If it's a break, you know, on the user, dog eats the tip, door catches the end of it, whatever, it's a $50 replacement under our Dobyns no hassle. Full details on dobynsrods.com.
And what I mean by that is, say you snap the tip off of this in a car door. You can walk into any Dobyns retailer and give them a $50 service fee, and they will give you a brand new rod. Walk out the door with it. If you don't have a retailer close by, you can take that $50 fee, send it to Dobyns with a return shipping fee, and they will send you a replacement rod. So if you break this, they will replace it for a $50 fee plus a shipping thing. That's crazy. That's unheard of. Hardly anybody ever does that. And even their higher quality rods, you pay a $70 fee. My brother actually bought a new rod, got to fish with it one time, and his service dog leaned against it and snapped it. He walked into his local dealer, paid a $70 fee, and they replaced his Champion XP right there on the spot. No questions asked. So this should be a great, great rod for Hunter to get back into bass fishing with. Now, what kind of reel are we going to put on this? thought I would do something a little different. I have actually seen John over at Creek Fishing Adventures, congrats on the 100,000 subscribers by the way, using some of these Piscifun reels, and I thought, hey, let's check that out. Let's review something that we haven't seen before. Did a little research. Piscifun is a Chinese manufacturer. They actually manufacture reels for other brands. Now, as I understand it, this Piscifun Viper X 2000 has the same frame, bearings, and seal materials as the Daiwa Fuego LT. So I figured, hey, let's give it a shot. It's a newer company. They're making reels for higher end folks. They're also making their own versions to save people some money. So let's try something different, see how it works out. A lot of the online reviews I've seen on YouTube so far have been pretty successful. So we're going to let Hunter beat this up. We'll come back with a later review after this, say, preview, and tell us what he thinks of this down the road. What am I going to put on it? Well, this Berkley Trilene XL 12 pound, and this is the high-vis blue that disappears underwater, but it will be easy for Hunter to be able to pick up on the water while he gets his feet wet bass fishing again. So it should be a pretty good combination. Now that makes for a pretty good looking combo. Do you use any Dobyns Fury rods? Or have you checked out any of these Piscifun reels? I don't even know if that's how you say it or not, but hey, it sounds fun saying Piscifun. So why not? Drop me a comment down below. We got fall fishing coming up here in southern Indiana. I'm going to put Hunter into work in the boat. We're going to go out chase some largemouth, see if we can't catch any fish, and we'll come back for sure with a follow-up video on that. And we'll let Hunter tell you what he thinks of this new rod and reel combination. Should work out pretty well for him. As always, get outside when you can and make some memories. One cast at a time.